everyone, welcome back to another video of Dinners with Deja. It's your girl Deja. Today we are going to be making homemade chicken nuggets. I am filming this while there is the coronavirus pandemic and it's hard to go to McDonald's and get chicken nuggets, so I'm going to show you guys how to make your own at home that are just as good and maybe a little bit better. No, I'm just joking. It's going to be just as good. So what I have here is a large egg, and I put 2 tablespoons of water in there, and I just mixed it up and to where it looks like that. In this bowl, we have 1 cup of flour. We have 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. The flour is more for the breading, and the cornstarch is going to help get the breading nice and crispy and light, so it's perfect. And also I added 1 tablespoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of pepper, 1 tablespoon of paprika, and 1 tablespoon of onion powder. If you're making a lot, just double the portion of everything that I put in here. So now I'm going to show you how to cut the chicken nuggets. So I have 2 big, large chicken breasts right here. If you have chicken strips already at home, just cut those chicken strips into little cube pieces. But if you have chicken breasts, I'm going to show you how to cut them. So if it's just you, I normally cut the chicken breast into 3s. And if you're making it for a lot of family members, cut it into 4s. And that will help you to make more pieces, and they'll still be nice big chunks. So I'm going to cut this one into 4s because these are pretty big chicken breasts. So cut them about 1 inch to 2 inches. And just cut them. Be careful with your knife to not cut yourself. And put those to the side. And then cut these ones. Now I like to do homemade chicken nuggets because it's really quick and easy, and especially during a time like this where you don't want to really go out and cause a risk of getting sick. And especially if you have kids, this will help you to help your kids get some chicken nuggets, and you don't have to get the frozen kind. Alright, so now that those are cut, so make sure you keep your hands clean, guys, and make sure your hands are dry when you start the breading process. So when I start the breading process, I like to use 1 hand for wet, 1 hand dry. That way you keep everything clean and simple. So you're going to take your chicken, use your wet hand, and it's okay if you accidentally get your hands mixed up. You're not going to die. It's okay. And let that excess egg drip off, because if you start the breading with all that egg on there, you're just going to have a big clump of fried egg, and you don't want that. And then drop it into our flour mixture and coat it really good, guys. Make sure you get it evenly coated in the flour. And sprinkle off any excess flour. And make sure you have another container to put your chicken in that's done. So then I'm going to keep going, and you're just going to continue this process until you have all your chicken coated. Alright guys, so you're going to need a plate with paper towels. I just put 2 on there. You know, you got to save because we're running out. And you're going to need a pan. Now you're going to want to do a big pan. Please do not try to fry your chicken in a small pan. You need a big pan so that way all the chicken can have their own personal space and room to fry. If you have too many in there too at one point, you're going to drop the temperature of the oil, and they're not going to cook as well, and they're going to burn, or they're going to be too soggy. So make sure you have a big enough pan, and you're going to put about 1 cup to 2 cups of oil, depending on how much chicken you are going to cook. And you're going to heat it. Don't put the oil on too high. If you have it cooking too fast, it's going to burn. Cook it with love. You need time, peace. All right, so this is heating up, and it's going to take a minute to heat up, guys. It's going to get nice and golden brown. Dance break. Dance break. It's time to dance. All right, guys, so our chicken is ready. It's sizzling because it's mad. I put some water in there. That's how I needed to know if it was ready. So take your tongs. Use tongs to put them in there, people. Just place them in there gently. And make sure your chicken all have room to cook. It's about 2 inches apart. And you don't want to overcrowd the pan. If it gets to a point to where your chicken has no room to be 2 inches apart, there's too much chicken in there. And listen to that sizzle. I'm gonna put one more right here. Perfect. All right, so let these cook for about 2 to 3 minutes on each side, depending on how thick they are. The thicker cuts of meat, you want to cook on about 3 minutes on each side to make sure you thoroughly cook through it. The smaller pieces that are thinner, about 2 minutes on each side is perfect. You don't want to overcook them and you don't want to undercook them. So for the thin slices, 2 minutes, thicker pieces, 3 minutes on each side. And wait for them to turn golden brown and it will be crack-a-lackin'. Yum. And drink wine while you wait. Drink responsibly. So whenever you want to check to see if it's ready and you're not sure, flip it and see how it looks. You see how it's still the little pale, so you want to leave it back on its side. So give that about a good 30 more seconds on that side, and then you'll flip them off. You want them to be nice and golden brown. Now, you don't want to wait until it's the perfect color, because even when you do flip it, it will still continue to cook on the other side, even though it's not in the oil. So do not wait until the other side is perfectly brown, because it will get to that point on the other side. So you want it to be nice and golden when you do flip it, so when it continues to cook, it stays that perfect color. So now I'm going to go ahead and flip them. And they look beautiful, guys. They smell amazing. Fun little guy. Alright, so let those continue to cook.
So for a quick little break, we're going to teach you how to make lemon water. So you just cut a lemon like this, and then you put water in it.
And then you put water in it. It's a great detox. You can also do mint and cucumber. I like to do that. I like to do lime and lemons in my water. That's good.
Raspberry.
Yes, raspberry, strawberries. They're best when you put them in there frozen. Keep your water cold. Oh, holla at your girl. All right, so I'm gonna check and see. Oh, look at that, guys. Look at those chickens. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this batch out. They are ready. Nice and golden brown. They are beautiful. Nice and crispy. Oh my goodness, guys. This came out so good. Alright, so now add your next batch and just keep going till you're finished. Remember to keep them about 2 inches apart and do not overcrowd your pan, because that drops the temperature. You don't want to have to keep turning your heat up and down, because that will cause your food to burn or to undercook. So you want to be able to keep it at a consistent temperature throughout the whole process. Oh yeah, nice, beautiful, guys. All right, so fry those little bad boys up, and when they come out of the skillet, grab your salt, sprinkle a little bit of salt on them, just a little bit. Should we taste? All right, guys, so I repeated the process until I finished my chicken nuggets. I'm cooking the last batch right here. I'm going to make a hot sauce for it. I like spicy sauces. If you want to do like barbecue sauce, if you want to do honey mustard, ranch, whatever sauce that you want to do on the side, perfectly. But I'm going to make a sauce, and it is a honey sriracha lime sauce. So you will need a tablespoon of whatever butter you use. I use vegan butter because I just prefer to use vegan butter. And you're gonna melt your butter. And while that's melting, you're gonna take your sriracha. Now I have 1/4 of a cup here, but I'm only gonna fill this up halfway. So half, oh, don't spill. Half of 1/4 of a cup of sriracha. If you're like, that's too much, it's gonna be too spicy because this is a spicy recipe, you can do half of what I just did. So you can do about 4 tablespoons of sriracha. All right, and then you're going to need 2 tablespoons of honey, and this is already measured out to 2 tablespoons. So 2 tablespoons of honey. This honey's thick. I don't know if I have 2 tablespoons, guys, but it'll work out. Make it work. If you don't want to use honey, you can also use brown sugar. Brown sugar works well with this recipe. I would do about the same, about 2 tablespoons of brown sugar if you do brown sugar instead of honey. But honey just works best for this recipe. So I'm going to do honey. All that honey out. And then you're going to need to do half of a lime. Pour your lime out. Another good way, if your lime is really hard, you can put it in the microwave, and that will help. Put your lime in there. Mix it real good, and now you're just going to mix it. And let that bubble up and mix really good. Alright, so now, once it starts to bubble really good, what you can do, so actually I'm going to flip my chickens. You don't want to burn your chickens. If you're still cooking, make sure you check all your chicken, let that bubble. Oh, those are beautiful, guys. Flip your chicken. Perfect. So now that my chicken has been flipped, I'm going to add a little bit of the chicken to the sauce. Not all of it. I like to do some half just plain by itself and half in the sauce. And you're just going to mix it around until it's evenly coated, and keep it on the heat. Don't turn it down, don't turn it up, just keep it on the heat and mix it as best as you can. Make sure it's all evenly coated. Look at that. Beautiful, guys. Alright, so once they are evenly coated, you can turn off the heat. Now, if you want to do all of your chicken in this sauce, you really like it, I suggest you start off just trying with a little bit to see if you like the sauce or not. If you do end up liking the sauce, just double all the portions of the ingredients, and it'll be a good enough batch. Alright, and turn the heat off, leave it on the stove where the heat was, and now you can plate.
Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and try the regular ones first. which I've already tried off camera. Super good. I like it a lot. It's just the right amount of salt. As you can see too, there's not a bunch of like fat and gristle and stuff that you might get at McDonald's. So let's try the hot one. Oh, it's actually temperature hot too.
Yes. Right off the stove, guys.
I'm waiting to see how hot it is. The aftertaste is very hot. So it's
Yes.
super good if you like spice.
Yes.
If you want just a hint of spice, maybe like a little bit more honey in the proportions, but otherwise,
Yes.
I'm about it. I like it.
You can add more honey. You can add more more honey and add more lime to dilute the spiciness. But if you like spicy, like I do, keep it the way it is. It's perfect. That's what I like to do. But that is all for the recipe, guys. And make sure you like and subscribe. Bye.
Bye.